All of you?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Guru.
Then we're up here today to discuss about how to print checks or how we can uh, post checks or issue checks to the vendors. So in order to do that, as I told you yesterday, the key point remember is that you can print check, or I mean you can print the check only in vendor payment journal and in no other place uh, in Dynamics you can print a check opposite to any vendor or any customer or anybody. You can't do it. You can only print check through vendor payment journal as I told you. And so in order to print a check in vendor payment journal or either in accounts payable module, you should have some setups that has to be configured. Since we did not configure the accounts payable module yet, it's not possible to do so. I mean, to print a check quickly. So I have to do some quick setups in accounts payable module to print the check. You can follow the same steps looking at the video. And anyway, during the accounts payable module, when we discuss it, we can discuss them in detail, like why we do this configuration, what is the essence of this configuration, and the different parameters and setups we have in that configuration. Okay, but for now I'm quickly doing those setups so that we can use the accounts payable module and the payment journal for posting of checks, for making vendor payments, check payments to the vendors. Okay, so I'll create a vendor group, vendor, a posting profile and a journal to pay, and then we can post normal journals. So as I told you, just follow the steps and I mean do the same in your environment as well for now. So I'm going to accounts payable. The first that I would do is create a vendor group. Here I'm here. Two groups I don't want. I'll create this group, group 01 vendor group. I'll save this. That would be enough. Then I'll go back. I'll create a vendor in all vendors. Pick an automatic number. This is picked from accounts payable parameters. Actually, you can change the number format if you want to. We'll see that part later. I mean, when we come to this point to discuss. So there are some compulsory fields here to be filled in. This is the name field and the group field. I'll give this vendor a name. I'll give some name. Suggest me a name, okay. Since that is MRF, so I'll go for Maruti. Suzuki. Okay, who buys tires from me? Since it's ours is MRF. So here I have to give the group. Since we have created one vendor group already, I'll give that group here domestic vendor group, and I'll save this. So that would be sufficient for the vendor for now. So vendor is created, Maruti Suzuki. Right. I mean my vendor should be some company, right? Let's okay, let it be Maruti Suzuki for now. And then the third step we have to do is creation of posting profile. So that would be under setup here, vendor posting profile. I'm just going to vendor posting profile. Click on new, give a posting profile name, general, call it as general posting profile. Add all. Give a summary account. Do we have accounts payable account? Yes, accounts payable account we have. What I'll do is I'll keep this account away from manual entries. So I'll stop this account from manual entries. Do not allow manual entry. Okay, if in case you don't have accounts payable account, just create a main account, accounts payable, and give it as a liability account. Okay, I will show you again. Create accounts payable account, give it as liability, and then keep this do not allow manual entry option enabled for that account as well. This is the alias account, which is behind the vendors. Whenever we do vendor transaction, this account will get affected. Like for bank account, we gave a unique account, right? For each bank account in the same way, but for all vendors, I gave a single account. So whenever we debit a vendor, this account will be debited in general ledger. Whenever we credit the vendor, this account will be credited. Okay. This is with posting profile. Then after configuration of posting profile, I'll go to accounts payable parameters, which is under setup only here. This one. In the ledger and sales tax, I'll give that posting profile here, which I have configured. General posting profile. Right. So 4 steps until now. I created vendor group. I created a vendor. I created a posting profile, and I assigned the posting profile in accounts payable parameters. These are the 4 steps we can do. We have to do to post a transaction. So we also need to have a journal. So coming to where we post the vendor payments, this is here in accounts payable, payments, payment journal. So here accounts payable, payments, payment journal. Accounts payable, payments, payment journal. Click on payment journal. This will more look like general journal only. We can create a normal journal and use it. So I'll click new. If I drop down, I see no journal names because all the journals that we have created are for different purposes. For vendor payment purpose, we did not create any journal. So we have to create a journal name. So in order to create a journal name, what is the method? How can I go from here to create a journal name? Anybody? Yes, I want to create a journal name for some purpose for vendor payment. So how can I create a journal name? What is the navigation?
Right click.
Right click on the drop down.
Okay, right click on the drop down.
Go to view details.
Click on view details and it will take me to the journal names page. From this page, if you want to go, you can go in this way. Otherwise, you have to go to general ledger, journal setup, journal names. From there, you have to create a journal name. So navigations are important, guys. Keep them in mind. Do not forget them. So I'll create a new journal here. I'll call it as vendor pay journal. Okay. Give a name. Sorry. Vendor payment journal. So the most important one is the journal type here. It's not daily. You have to select vendor disbursement. You have it somewhere here, vendor disbursement. Remember, vendor disbursement is the journal type for vendor payment journal. Okay. Then what is the mandatory thing that we have to configure in this page other than this? Anyone?
Voucher series.
Perfect. Who said that? Someone. Thanks. Anyway, yeah, voucher series we have to configure. It is here. You see this compulsory field highlighted in red. So to configure voucher series, what can we do from here?
Click on drop down and right click.
Okay, here in the arrow mark, right click. Click on view
View
details. And I can create a number sequence. So I'll give a name vendor pay. In here underscore parameters. Come on guys, quick.
Company.
Okay, company and
MRF.
RF. Cool. Next.
Remove the segment company.
Okay, I
we
don't
can-
want company. We can remove, give the constant value like this. Go for 6 digits. That would be convenient. And go here also. Go for 6 digits. Keep it as continuous here and save. And the name will appear here once you save it. Copy the same name. Close this. Go back and paste the same name here, and the journal name will be picked automatically as vendor pay. And the voucher format will be in the way that we have configured vendor pay hyphen 6 digits 000001. Okay, so this journal configuration is important. As I was saying, everything is important until here, the 4 steps that we have done. Okay, so once after configuring this, then now we can do some vendor payment journals, and we can do check and we can print checks. Actually, there is one more setup to be done other than this. I'll just duplicate the tab. Its method of payment has to be configured as check actually, and the export format has to be given in order to be exported or to be printed. That we will see now. Here, that is in accounts payable only. In accounts payable, here in the right last menu, payment setup, we have methods of payment. Accounts payable, payment setup, and methods of payment here. So in this, I'll give a method of payment as check. Click on if, give method of payment as check. Check payment status, I'll keep it as sent. Okay. Payment type check. And then posting type, I'll give it as bank. I'll use any bank account. Okay, I'm not giving one bank account here. So because again, I am saying we will discuss everything in descriptive way when we have to discuss this. I mean in the account, when we discuss the accounts payable module. For now, I'm roughly doing it. You also follow the same steps through watching the video to print the checks. So after when we jump into the accounts payable module, we'll again discuss it step by step like we usually discuss every day. Okay. So here I have to give a export format for the check. So I don't see any. If I drop down here, for that I have to click here on setup. I have to take one format in which check has to be printed. This check format. Save it. Go back. Now I can see that check here. Check. Right. And then here I can give some details. Check number is mandatory. Yes, it is mandatory. Offset account has the type bank. Yes, offset account should always have the type bank. Okay. Bank transaction type is mandatory. Yes, bank transaction type is mandatory. These 3 I am giving. And we can give the bank transaction type also here. This is a check payment, right? So we can give bank transaction type as 04 for this method of payment. Since we use it, system will automatically pick bank transaction type as check payment. So I'll save this. This is how we can design a method of payment as check, and we can give an export format. Giving this format here is important because without giving this, again check won't be printed. This export format is needed. So also follow the steps that I told here. Then we can close this. Here also you can go back again to the vendor payment journal where we were doing the navigation for that. As I told you, in accounts payable, payments, payment journal here. Okay. So now I can select the journal that I have created, vendor payment journal. Correct. Then I'll go for lines. So I'm doing some advance payment to a vendor. Assume that I've created a vendor already. So I'm doing an advance payment to the vendor. So I would like someone to volunteer this, how we can create this entry. So remember that we can see the date here, just like in general journal, today's date, and we can see the voucher number, vendor payment, vendor pay 000001 according to the format that we have designed for our journal name. Okay. Then by default, when you select account here, you don't see ledger accounts like in general ledger. You will see the vendor accounts here. Suppose if I drop down, I see vendor account by default. See here, only one vendor account we have created, right? Maruti Suzuki. That account only is there here. I don't have ledger accounts here. Since this is a vendor payment journal, you will by default get the vendor accounts in the primary account. Then in the offset account, you can select anything as you wish. Okay, I'm selecting vendor here in the primary account. So when we are paying amount to the vendor, so what will be the vendor account? I mean, vendor account will be either debited or credited, where we have to enter the amount.
Vendor account is to be debited.
Okay, so Sheila says that vendor account has to be debited when we are paying a vendor. Anybody have any other option, or does someone feel like vendor has to be credited? Anyone? Any other option other than this issue? She is not speaking. The vendor, what will be the vendor account will be either debited or credited? Well, it comes into the personal rule of accounting. Come on, someone is saying something.
Yeah, JP, like we are making payment to the vendor, right? From our account.
Yes.
Okay. In vendor perspective, it will be credited.
No, vendor is receiving money. We
Yeah.
don't think in vendor
So, okay.
perspective. Just look in our perspective.
We
Yeah,
were
then-
recording the transaction in our books, so it will be debited.
Yeah.
So in the according to the real account, according to the personal account formula, whoever receives debit the receiver, credit the giver is the rule we have. So someone who is receives will always be debited. Here vendor is receiving amount from us, right? We are giving amount, and vendor will be debited definitely since he's receiving amount. It's a very simple accounting formula. Accounting rule. So I'm paying some $1,000 to the vendor as an advance amount. Okay, I'll just give the description as well. Advance payment. Okay. See, I'm doing advance payment because we do not have any invoices yet. So we are casually paying the vendor. So we are doing this only for printing the check. So we are paying the vendor. Okay, this account we have selected with this vendor account and debited the vendor. How about the offset account then? Anyone, what account do we use for paying the vendor?
Offset account will be the type will be the bank.
Okay. Since remember, since we have to print the check, we have to use the offset account type as bank. Okay, we can also print checks for normal ledger accounts, but that's not a correct method to be followed. So always select bank account for printing checks. Normally you can also pay the vendor by using ledger account and cash account. Okay, system accepts that too. But since we have to print the check and our agenda is to print the check, I'm going to use bank account here. As you see, bank. And one of the bank we will use. Which bank we have? ICICI as well as SBI. For both of them we have configured check, right? So I'll use this ICICI bank for now. Then most important that has to be done is method of payment. So we have configured one method of payment as check previously. So I'll select that method of payment as check here. Run. You see check number. You don't have an option to enter the check number. Check number will automatically get generated. And this payment status will change from none to sent once you generate the check or print the check. So let's see how we can do that. Before that, is everything clear in this journal? What is done here? I mean the date, voucher, and the selection of vendor account, debiting the vendor, and then selecting the offset account type as bank, so that we are paying the money from bank to our ICICI bank to the vendor, or we are generating a check from our bank, from ICICI bank, and we will give it to the vendor. So vendor will anyway cash it later once he receive. And I'm selecting the method of payment as check, which we have done in the previous step. Clear guys? Any confusion in this journal that I have entered here? Anyone? If you have any questions, you can put up, no problem. Someone is there. Clear for all of you? I mean, Susila, Shiva, Saideep, Mega,
Yeah,
Seshu.
clear.
Okay. Fine. If this is clear, then we'll go for the next step, how we can generate a check or print a check. So for that, we have this option here called generate payments, as you can see in the top. After entering all these things, vendor, debit amount, and the offset account, and then method of payment as check, we have this option generate payments on the top here. Click on generate payments. So then it asks me for a specifications to be selected. Selecting the method of payment, select the method of payment as check once again. Go here, click on this export format, select the export format. Export format is also check. We have given for the method of payment check, we have given the export format as check. So that export format you have to select. You have to select both of them. Okay, this check and export format as check. Then select the bank account through which you want to print the check. Since we have already selected ICICI here, you can select the same ICICI account here, the generate payments. Okay, I clicked on generate payments, selected the method of payment as check once again, export format also as check, then bank account as ICICI. Okay, then you can also see some records to be included. It's not needed actually. You can print it now. You can just click on OK here. So it takes a while actually to load and print a check. I hope it prints. I mean, give this document, click on it, select screen so that check will be printed on screen and the loading will be done on screen rather than it will be sent. If other case, it can be sent to printer or it can be sent to an email also. But we want that check to be downloaded, right? So I'm selecting screen here. So what I've done is I'm clicking on document and selected it on print on screen. Okay. And remember the thing, you see the check number as 101. Why I see the check number as 101? Anyone?
Yesterday we have given the check numbers started from 100.
Correct. Yesterday for ICICI Bank, we have created some fixed check numbers and those check numbers starting from 101, right? So that 101 is picked up here for as the first check. Okay. So I'm clicking on OK.
JP, am I audible?
Yeah, Seshu.
Yeah. So in the previous page, means while posting journal.
గట్టిగా మాట్లాడు శేషు వినిపించట్లేదు.
Here, while posting in journal, we had given ICICI.
Yes.
And while printing check, if we give SBI, so do it throw any error message?
It will throw error message.
Okay, fine.
So there is something missing actually. We have to select a value in the customer field in the combination.
Financial dimension have to give because the bank account we have given.
Correct. For the offset account, we have to give this customer financial dimension because it's advanced role and it is compulsory. We'll also give this finance as well here. Okay, then I'll click OK. I think that would be enough. I'll again click on generate payments. So check ICICI, click on OK. Check number 101, document, screen, click on OK. Again error message. Cost center also has to be selected. Come on. Let's select everything then. Cost center.
We have given the location Hyderabad.
Yes, that's why I have to select the cost center. Also, do we have anything for the account as well? I don't think we have any conditions for this. Let me validate this and see if there are any conditions before I generate payments. Okay, status is none. That is okay. We'll anyway change the status now. Once we generate payment, this payment status will automatically change to none. Click on generate payments. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Sorry for that pass. Okay. So I clicked on generate payments back here on where now payment as check, export format as check, bank account is selected. Click on OK and check number 101. Okay. Document screen. Okay and OK. It takes a while actually since it's a demo environment. Servers would be little slow. See, it's printing the check. Hope it prints without any error. It's taking a lot of time. Oops. There is an error actually. Something went wrong. It's saying remote server is not connected. It's a technical error. But I see check is, check number is generated and payment status of the check is sent. Just that the issue is with the download of the check actually. but I mean the check is generated, as you can see the check number here 101, and the payment status is sent, changed to sent. Okay, now I can post this check, post this transaction. The next transaction we'll see if the check can be printed or not. Okay, it has to be printed actually, but I don't know why it's not printing. So now we can see this journal is posted, this vendor payment journal is posted. Can someone say what is the voucher of this entry? Any assumption? What will be the voucher? Told you again, voucher always indicates the effect of a transaction that is posted anywhere, but the voucher indicates the effect in general ledger, the accounts related to those particular situations. For the vendor account, we have given accounts payable account as a back-end account in the posting profile in one step. But for bank account, we have already configured some account as 1,03,000 as ICICI bank account. So if I click on voucher now, what you can see is accounts payable account is getting debited, which is the backend account for the vendor account, alias account for the vendor account, and for the bank account you see this 1,03,000 account, which is the actual account. I mean the main account that we have given for ICICI bank, ICICI one bank account name. So that account is credited. This is the exact voucher for the entry. Any confusion in this voucher? Anyone?
No.
No. No? Okay, no confusion, right? Seshu, Sridhar, if any,
No, JP.
Shiv Kumar, any confusion in this voucher?
No, it's clear.
Okay. Perfect then. Then since we have generated this check number is generated and we have posted the check, we'll go back to the bank account and see if it is showing up in the bank account or not. Okay, we will go to bank account. So how we can go to bank account? What is the navigation to go to bank account?
Cash and bank management.
Yes.
Bank account. Bank account.
Bank accounts. Okay. And we have two bank accounts. To which bank we have posted that check?
ICICI.
ICICI. Okay. First click on transactions here. Click on transactions and see it. This one, vendor payment journal 001. Bank transaction number 04 is automatically picked up because for method of payment we have given this, right? Check payment. I mean, this is 04 is actually check payment. This one is taken, and you can see the reference number, which is also check number 101. And then bank is created with 1000, right? So you can see that here as credit amount 1000. So that is showing up as a transaction in the bank. Now you can see the balance. Earlier it used to be 20,000. Now it is 19,000. Since after the reduction of that 1000 check. Okay, and you can also see the checks from here. Yesterday we have created checks from here, right? Under manage payments checks. So from this place you can go to the checks of this bank, and you can see this check number 101 is showing up as paid. Since you have paid it to the vendor, it is showing up as paid. And you can see the recipient number or vendor number. This MRF001 is the vendor number. Vendor we have created, right? Vendor, that number you can see here. And you can see the currency and then the amount. So this is the vendor, Maruti Suzuki MRF001. These details we can see, but for this check you don't see any details because this is not yet used. It's only created. You can see this enabled here, but for this check you can see all these enabled. For this all of them are disabled. For this posted check you can check for invoices if this is paid against any invoice. We did not pay it against any invoice, right? We just did it as an advance payment, so we don't see any invoices for that. It's empty. So transactions, you can see a transaction because I mean for the bank in the bank transactions clicks, the same transaction will show up what we have seen in the bank transactions. Then you can also see the voucher that is posted for this check. The same voucher, accounts payable debited and bank account credited voucher, the same will show up again. Okay, go back. You can do payment reversal that we will see in the later part of our course. And you can click on delete check and you can't delete this check. Suppose check number 101, right? Check number 101, click on delete. System says check exists in the interval with status other than created. If it is in the status other than created, it cannot be deleted. Okay, I told you previously when I create checks, we can delete checks only when they are in created status. Other than created status, you cannot delete the checks. Okay, since we have paid it, the change status is now changed to paid, and you can also see the balance, how much we have drawn this check for or used that check for. Then clear this one until here, how it shows up in the bank for all of you. Okay, you can also filter it by all paid checks and you can print all of them so that you can easily see through which bank you paid, to which vendor you paid, how much amount you paid. All this is there here, right, already. So you can filter and print export this file in Excel easily. So we'll try to post 1 or 2 more checks and see how they will show up. At least this time it gets printed. Assume that. Let me try to change some dimensions and see if that will work. At least I'll go for check layout, check. Mostly it will print, but in case of technical error or loading issues, system will not respond. Start position 0. This time let us see. We'll do one more vendor payment. So now I'm going back. So how to do a vendor payment, I'll again show you normally. Go to accounts payable here. In accounts payable, go to vendor payment journal. So it will be under payments here, accounts payable, payments, payment journal here. Accounts payable, payments and payment journal. Click on payment journal. So we have only one journal in posted. If I click on all, it can see, but if I click on not posted, I don't see anything. So now we can select the vendor payment journal here. Go to lines. So what is the account that we have to select here?
One account, one vendor account we have created.
So we only have one vendor, right? So we can select that vendor only. We don't have any option. Then debiting the vendor. This time I'll debit him for $1,200. Okay, assume this is also an advance payment. Then the necessity is that the offset account should be bank account. So I'm selecting bank, and offset account I'm selecting as ICICI Bank only once again. Selecting the method of payment as check. Okay. Clear until here, all of you. The payment status is now showing as none and check number is not entered here. Once we generate payments, the check number will automatically entered here and payment status will change to sent, and then we can post it. Okay. So is it clear until here, all of you? Selection of account, debiting and bank. Okay, I'll take that silence as yes. Anybody's having any doubt? You want to ask something?
No, add the dimensions.
Yeah, good. Thanks for that. We'll add dimensions now for this offset account. Customer, cost center, department, one finance department. Okay, select OK. Then we'll go for generate payments here. You can see, right? Generate payments. Method of payment as check. Export format is also check. Bank account is ICICI only. And click on OK. So you can see check number 102 is picked automatically. Since in ICICI Bank, the next check number is 102 only, right? Here in the list of checks, so it's gone. Sorry. Manage payments. checks. See, the next check is 102, right? So system automatically picks the next check number 102 here. Click on document, give the option as screen so that check will be printed on screen. Click on OK. This time at least I assume check will be printed. We'll see. Again, there is an error. Actually, a technical error. It's not connecting to remote server for printing the check. Really unsure what's wrong, but let's try for another bank at least. This time we can see the check number. Okay. So the check number is check number is generated here as you see 102. Payment status is changed to sent. Okay. Now you can post this transaction because everything is filled filled previously. Only this check number has to be generated automatically and payment status has to be changed to sent. So I can post it now. So once it is posted, I can go back here to the list of checks in the bank, and if I refresh it, I can see here check number 102 is also paid and to the same vendor, but for the amount $1,200 US. Okay. Now we have seen this one until here, but for our SBI bank, if I go for checks, we don't have checks because we did not create checks. We are using this free method, right, for SBI. So there is no point of creating checks with fixed numbers. So this time we'll use this SBI bank and try to generate a check. Okay. Until now for ICICI bank we have posted 2 checks, right? So this time we'll post a check through SBI bank. So for that I'll again create one more journal for vendor payments. So what is the process? Can someone guide how we can create a check now? Post a check. Created a vendor payment journal. So someone take up from here. What to do next?
Click on account.
Okay, account.
Click on vendor account, smart history.
Okay, selected the vendor account and vendor name is here.
Debit the amount.
Okay, I'm debiting him for $1,500. Okay.
Click on offset account type.
Okay, offset account type.
Select the bank.
Bank. Okay.
Click the offset account as SBI this time.
Okay, SBI. Perfect.
Method of payment will be the check.
Method of payment will be check. Okay.
Then click on financial dimensions.
And for this offset account, I'll give financial dimensions. Okay. Thank you, Susila. And anybody other than Susila, from now, what are the steps that we have to do? Let me know. What step that we
Generate
have
payment.
to do next? Click on generate payments. Okay. Method of payment is check only. Export format is also check.
Click
But
on open.
no, the bank account
No,
here
bank
is
account
nice.
change.
We have to change it back to SBI. Right.
Click on
Then
open.
click on OK.
Click
Then
document.
see here. 1 second. See here, the check number automatically taken as 1. Previously, when we use ICICI Bank, check number I took it as 101 and 102, and there is no option to edit that. But here we have the option to edit. You can give any number that you want. If you want 1 only, leave it as 1. But if you want something like 001, you can give it as 001. Or if you want 0001, you can give it in this format. Any your wish. Free method means you can give any number that you wish for your check. No need to follow a sequence or pattern, or it's up to the customer or client. Whatever they want, they can give. Okay. Whereas it comes to fixed, the numbers are fixed and that same numbers has to be used. The next number has to be used, or it will be printed. Then click on document, select it as screen here. Okay. Then click on OK. Okay, let's see if it prints at least for this bank. Actually, printing means it will load on the screen and it will download this PDF file format will be gets downloaded automatically. The vendor name and the amount will be shown up. Yesterday we have seen that check, right? Test check. The same way it will print.
So I have one doubt here.
Yes.
So we are doing the payment for the vendor, right? So is there any, no need to mention any the bank account of a vendor. So how would we know that the vendor received the payment?
Correct question. So do you want to print the bank account of the vendor?
Yeah,
Of the check?
actually, yeah, the payment we are doing a payment. So is it a need of a vendor account, bank account?
JP, I
Hmm.
think there is no need to mention bank account because we are giving check to directly to vendor. That so vendor will go and deposit the check in the state bank account.
Normally checks are written on the name only, right? It's bank accounts
Yeah,
are not given on the
Yes.
check.
yeah.
So that
Yes.
would answer your question, I think. But for electronic payments, we need to have to generate a file. We need to have this bank account configured. Okay. See, we gave 00001, but it still took the check number as 1 only. I don't know why, but it does not accept that 00001. It started with 1, and payment status is sent now. Then I can post this check now. So post the check, and you can see it here. In SBI Bank, if I go for manage payments and checks, I can see this check number 1 as paid. SBI 1, check number 1. Check we don't create the check. It will automatically get created and it will show up. Whatever the number we use there, it will show up. Okay. So, but I'm so sorry I could not show you how check is printed. But let me change this company to back to USMF and let me try. Let me change it back to ADS and let me try in that. So it usually prints the check. In this, it's a different company. Okay, I'm using vendor payment journal. I'm going for lines. In this also I have a common setups. I'll select one vendor account here in the ADS company. Vendor, this Wipro vendor. Debit him for 1500. Select the offset account type as bank. Offset account as ICICI 12. Okay. Method of payment as method of payment. We have a lot of method of payments here. We'll select check payment. Then click on generate payments. Method of payment check. This is check bank account ICICI 12. Okay. All good. Check on ICICI 12. Click on OK. Check number 108 in that bank. So it's a different company bank. Okay. Click on OK. Click on OK. Hope it will get printed here. We'll see. It used to get printed actually. So, it is also taking a lot of time. Same error, some server issue actually, but the check is generated. Here you can see. Well, I'm not posting this, that's okay. Let me try in another company quickly. If it works, then well and good. If not, we'll shut it up. In USMF, I'm here. I'll use this vendor payment. Actually, in USMF, you can directly print the check. I mean, you don't have to do all those setups because that setups are already done in USMF. You can use one of the vendor account like this. Debit the vendor $1,500. Select a bank, US operations. Yes, okay. By default, we have bank, operation bank, and method of payment as check. Select generate payments. Check US operations. Okay. Click OK. Check number 801. Okay. Document screen. Same issue. Something wrong with system only, not with company. Connection of Azure, remote Azure server. It's a pure technical error. We can't do anything for this. That's okay. We'll give up on this. Tomorrow we'll see if it is able to, we can be able to print it, or if I can show you some already printed checks in case if I can see here. Actually, check here. Here a lot of checks here. You can see PDF. So this is how it actually gets printed. Vendor name. I mean, here you can see the vendor name as Wipro. Then, come on. Then you can see the date and check number here printed. And then you can see the amount in the box, US dollar, $1,500. One second, let me connect it to charger. And you can see your details here. And this is the slip. Yesterday, Sheshu was asking, what is that slip? And this is how the slip look like. It's a single slip. We selected double slip, right? Then double slip will be posted like this, check number 107, and the summary details are here in the slip. Okay, this is the actual check. How it is printed. I mean, amount in number, sorry, amount in words, amount in number, date, check number, and the vendor name. So just a rough overview of how check will look like. You can also see another check here. So this is for another vendor, Tata Motors, for 400 US dollars. For this, we do not have the suffix US dollar. If we keep that suffix, you can see that US dollar 400 here in the box. And you can see the amount in words and bank name. Check number 1. Since this is a free check, I think this took check number 1 automatically. So this is how check look like. Unfortunate that we could not print the check in our system today, but don't worry, let's again try tomorrow to see if check will be printed. I mean, normally if it runs on the screen, once the check number is generated, that check will be downloaded here on the left hand corner in the bottom. So you can just open that PDF and see. With some server issue, it's not working, but that's okay. So that's about posting checks. Tomorrow we'll see some more concepts of using checks only. So how we can cancel a check, how we can void a check, and how we can reverse a check. We'll see those concepts tomorrow in tomorrow's class. Also see the concept of post-dated check. What is post-dated check? Why do we use post-dated check? All we'll see tomorrow. Okay. So any confusion in this class that we have discussed today? Any doubts? You can ask. Anyone? Else we can meet in tomorrow's class. If you don't have any doubts, I'll stop this recording until here.